Hello everyone, this is Hakaym and welcome back to another episode of Funday Sunday. And today, well, it's kind of a meme. I believe, I'm trying to remember who exactly started it, but it became very popular because of Mighty Jingles. And well, today I am joined with Ichi in the Leon and No Game in the Leon as well. While I myself am also in the Leon, so triple Leon div. Yes, that is what we're going for today. I know. I thought we might as well try it. I think No Game was the one that showed us the original video with the triple Leon division, and Mighty Jingles did a video on it. We decided to, do it ourselves. So we have a triple Leon division. We are playing Land of Fire. As you can see, about half the team's battleships and the rest is cruisers and DDs. So for the most part, we're gonna try our very best, and the rules are simple. The rules are very, very simple. Everyone must fire in sequence at the same target at the same time. So that's what we're planning on doing. Now, this is really kind of toxic in a way, because it is fairly potent, very strong, because it really is, and it goes to show how beneficial it is focusing down a target. And I have one thing I do want to try. I'm not going to tell what it is, but if I do get to try it, I am going to show a video of it. I'm going to see if someone or a couple of people will be willing to try a specific type of ship division with me sometime, but we'll try that out later. So we're pulling out to the western side of the map. And unfortunately, a cyclone is now inbound, which is not particularly great. Now, the Leon is, I would say she's a very trolly ship. She's amazing against cruisers. She has 16 guns. Granted, they're not very large caliber shells, but they still hit pretty hard. And any broadside cruiser that decides to be unfortunate in your gun range will mean they will take a lot of damage, unless RNG is just really unfortunate for you and gives you very bad dispersion. So once again, rules are fairly simple. We are going to travel in a pack. We're going to shoot at the same target at the exact same time. Now, my Leon's actually a little bit faster than I think the other two, because once again, I do run the speed flag. So target is going to be Akazuki, and 48 shells go out towards the enemy Akazuki, but unfortunately for us, he did disappear, and unfortunately we get no hits against the Aki, which is unfortunate. Now, we do know there's an Akazuki, there's a Dallas, a York, and the division of battleships coming this way, which I believe is the Scharnhorst, Nagato, and Gneisenau. So that is going to be very interesting, and it's going to be a good demonstration of how a Leon 48 salvo does against enemy ships. So one person calls out a target, another person calls out the timing, and I missed the timing because I don't know what I was doing. Unfortunately, the Scharnhorst does turn in and only eats, it does eat maybe about 8 to 10k, which is not too terrible. So yeah, this is it's just a lot of fun, and that's something you definitely need in World of Warships. I try to play it for as much fun as I can get, but I do play it competitively, and sometimes you just forget to have fun, and this is a great way to have fun. York was spotted. I think we kind of mistimed it on there, but we do get a Citadel on that York. We are gonna get a little bit better with our fire command, to say the very least. Now, very dangerous thing about the Leon is the fact that showing a lot of broadside, which is the best way to get all of your guns off, can be extremely dangerous, especially against other battleships, because that obviously will mean possible citadels, and Leon can get citadel relatively easy, but there is another 48 salvo incoming, and it's so much fun, just so much fun. Get a citadel on that Gneisenau, very, very nice. Does take almost half his health off right there, but unfortunately we're losing our ships on the side. We have lost our destroyer and our cruiser, and I believe all we have left is Cleveland, who is doing his very best Now, I will say this division is probably not the best way to win, because it really defeats the purpose of being able to focus down a target by yourself. So at the moment, showing a lot of broadside, do eat almost 10,000 points damage there. There's the Nagato. We're gonna set up our timing, waiting for Ichi to get around the corner, and 48 shells out later. Let's see how much damage we can do against this Nagato. Now, one thing to keep in mind, especially for me, I'm an okay battleship player, but No Game is an exceptional battleship player, and I definitely would be very scared if I ever ran into him in a battle. So he's actually going to be the one doing pretty good salvos every single time. But at the moment, things are a little bit finicky. Once again, we don't have a destroyer on the side. There's still the Akizuki around somewhere, but obviously not within our detect range. Now here, we're deciding it's probably a good time to actually push in. The enemy Scharnhorst guys now are all not really doing much. They're not really pushing, even though they do have a number advantage on the side. We are also joined with the Colorado, and look at that! Look at that! Scharnhorst loses the majority of his health, burns down to the Cleveland, and that is one dead Scharnhorst. And I think it's probably at this time that we do decide it's probably actually a good idea to get turned in, because once again the Cyclone is going to start coming in effect in about 10 seconds. Dallas is coming around the corner, 48 shots salute towards that Dallas, and I got a Citadel, and that is one dead Dallas. Once again, this is really fun. I recommend it. It's a lot of fun to do this. It takes a lot of discipline. There are times within this battle that we may not get a salvo off properly, but it's a good way, especially communication, focusing targets. Could be definitely used for that advantage. Gonna try against this Nagato. As we're turning in, obviously we're not going to be able to get all guns off, but we're going to get turned in and try to help out as quickly as possible, because there's the Akizuki spotted, and do around 6k against that Nagato, which is not too bad. And I think it's a good time to actually get closer, because now the Cyclone is starting to come in effect. Range is obviously decreasing by the minute, so I think it's a good time to actually get in there. So we're going to go ahead and get turned in. Now, as we continue on, hopefully we can get this York. This York is definitely a target we would like to get rid of, because he's actually technically the last cruiser on the side. Unfortunately, I'm actually the only one not able to get any guns or shots off on that York, so I do go ahead and shoot off at that enemy guys now. So now that the Cyclone is in effect, we're going to go ahead and start get a little bit closer, possibly do a little bit more damage. And once again, it does take a lot of discipline. Won't always work out in your favor, because more than likely your team will crumple while you're trying to stagger your shots, trying to work with your teammates. So more of just a fun thing. That's once again the best way for playing World of Warships, is have a lot of fun as quickly and efficiently as possible. So enemy Memeness now finally has decided to move in. Enemy Akizuki is still around somewhere. We haven't seen him until this moment. Enemy Akizuki doesn't have a lot in the torpedoes. Does have the torpedo reload module, which obviously means it can get a second set out within 5 seconds. And it looks like he might be actually coming our direction, so we might actually have to focus on that. In this case, we're obviously gonna take it slightly out over. It looks like No Game's gonna help. No Game really loves blapping DDs, by the way. So if you're a DD and you see No Game on your team, do watch out for him, because he will blap you. And his RNG is fairly decent. My dispersion was terrible there, but Ichi does get a kill on that Akizuki. And now the enemy Gneisenau now is starting to push in quite heavily towards us. And Gneisenau now does have torpedoes, so we're obviously going to take the smart maneuver and actually pull away. Doesn't look like he is rushing And he's actually playing fairly smart. He's not instantly opening up and trying to get those torpedoes off because he does realize we're actually starting to pull away. So he is trying to close the distance as quickly as possible. But any attempt on showing broadside will mean his demise because that's 48 shells coming his way. And even though he does have the turtleback armor, that's going to be a lot of damage if he decides to show a lot of broadside. So pushing quite heavily, just waiting for the opportune time. And this is also a good demonstration on what you really should be doing, is take your time with your shots, because battleships take such a long time just to reload their guns that if you know, miss your opportunity, you're not going to do a lot of damage. And that guy's now definitely felt that, and that is kill number 1 for us. Not doing too bad on damage. Enemy Nagato is still left around, and the enemy team is essentially crumbling. There's only 3 ships left versus our 7, and all that's left on this side is the enemy Nagato. And there's a couple cruisers out east and south at the D and C cap, and it's probably going to be our time to try to get over there as quickly as possible. Now we would like to take out this Nagato because we have taken out their or helped take out their Scharnhorst, and obviously taken out their Memeness now, but unfortunately the Nagato does die. And I will have to say, it's very weird that as soon as a ship dies, you can instantly see that ship in the waters. Like right now, we can see that ship. I guess you could say technically it's burning, it's, you know, on fire, or it's been destroyed, so you obviously would see it. But even if a ship is burning in the game, I know it's a game, but even if a ship is burning, you won't see it. Like, it kind of takes away the illusion. But we're gonna try to capture A, and not much left is in this match. The 2 cruisers are both going to be over towards D, and we're going to try to get over there as quickly as possible. And yeah, I took a shot at my friend there, just being a pesty little bugger. But there's just one final shot that I want to show before I end this video off. So coming back to the whole Leon division, it's a lot of fun. I would recommend it. I know it's a meme right now, especially within World of Warships. Definitely a meme, having 48 salvo going off towards the enemy target. But it takes a lot of patience, a lot of practice, a lot of communication, especially with your teammates. So it's extremely beneficial and a good way to learn on that fact. Now, the last part that I want to show you is going to be this enemy cruiser, and I'm actually really surprised with the thing that's going to happen. And I hate to say, unfortunately, I'm hyping this up a little bit too much, but I was kind of joyous about what's about to happen, to say the very least. It's not as good as taking out a enemy target while obviously not being able to see them, but the Atago does take out our turrets. Enemy team is going to lose this on points, and right now I'm actually using the marker on my map, that little circle, to try to judge where he's going. More than likely he's actually pushing towards D, so I fire a salvo. And keep in mind the dispersion. Look at that dispersion. That dispersion is extremely wide, but somehow we actually managed to land a shot on the enemy Atago, penetrated him, and obviously incapacitate something. But I was kind of happy about that. So this is going to be it for this video, actually. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed our Leon division. It was definitely a lot of fun. Maybe you guys should try it sometime. So if you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have a great and fantastic day. Saijan.